Interactive, our next company, is a technology company offering the Echo platform to consumers. Echo enables voice to control the spoken playback of existing web content or voice casting. For example, consumers access content from a news website for voice casting using Echo and have a list of headlines read aloud and then select an article from the list to be read in full, all by means of verbal commands. Echo thus enables consumers to listen to the web content of their choice while performing tasks like walking or driving. The speaker is Eric Weingartner.
Hi, everybody. Hi, everybody. Nice to see everybody here tonight. So, there's really not much more for me to say because we just went through my slide. So basically, most people see the world today through their smartphone screens. And so, we're reading our news, we're watching videos, etc. And our approach now is, well, how much time do we have where we can't consume our news because our screens aren't available to us? So, what we're doing is we are presenting voice casting. So voice casting is basically presenting published text-based internet media through spoken voice, basically text-to-speech, with interactive commands, spoken commands. So we are basically giving a platform to present media that's out there on the web, that's text-based. Most of our news is text-based, and giving you an interactive approach to using it. So, going the wrong direction. Cool, good. So, we've created Echo Player and Platform. So the Player ships right now as an iOS app, and it's free in the App Store. And to support it, well, the Player is basically, our tagline is, the news you choose on the go. So basically, you're choosing the news you want to listen to. So when you skim through a newspaper, you may read certain articles, you may skip other ones. So with our app, you're able to go through the headlines of the source and choose which articles you want to have voice casted to. Now, we're looking beyond just a mere app. We're creating a platform. And this platform is designed to be supporting and monetize the use of a new area, voice casting. So now advertisers have the opportunity to sell to radio, web, television, and also place their advertising in between voice casting. So it consists of the content that we're using that's on the web, advertisers, as well as those subscriptions that are through paywalls. So who is in our ecosystem, our ecosystem? So it's basically three places. Publishers. So we know that publishers on the web today are looking for new ways of monetizing their assets. So New York Times, all these titles, they're not doing well as far as making money. So what we're offering is a way for the publishers to extend more time for access to their content and basically keeping the loyalty of the readers basically. Like if I could get the New York Times and listen to it while I were driving, then I would go ahead and buy a subscription to it. So we're going to get loyalty with existing titles. Then the advertisers. Advertisers are always looking for new places to sell advertising. So be it by selling 10-second ads placed 10 times an hour to in between voice casts, advertisers are able to take their ad network and present it to more listeners. And then the end user, we're a business-to-business model, but we're building an app and platform for the end user. So we plan on monetizing our idea through advertising. Now, our advertising can't be skipped. So unlike internet advertising, you have to listen to the ad. So we have a captivated audience. So you have a 10-second ad that's similar to what you might listen to on NPR, and you can't skip through it. So we have the impressions and actual proof that people have to hear the ads. And then we will have those titles or content that's through a paywall. We introduce like the New York Times subscription through to new users, because you'll be able to see additional titles. We would get a subscriber's fee, a finder's fee. And lastly, we will have a robust integrated ad network that can provide the right ads to the people based on their interests, etc. We have more things that we haven't announced that I won't go into that will be built into I'm realizing now what I have forgotten for my presentation. So basically this came about, once again, being able to listen to the New York Times while driving, or the Wall Street Journal while jogging. So we're basically trying to create more places and more time for users to be able to access the content that they're interested in. And I have to say, I've been using this every day now for about a year and a half. So where we are now, basically we have a think tank, and we have an extensive group of individuals who are working with us, advising us. They're from various industries, the voice space, publishing, advertising. We have, it's obvious that this is something that was helpful for people who are blind. We have a person working in the accessibility area, helping us with that. So in doing so, we are positioning this with the right people and the right advice. Echo Player is out. It's been out for a little over a month. We had one article or two articles written up in a tech journal, and it was reposted and rewritten about 15 times, and we got 2,000 downloads that one weekend. So in 2 days, 2,000 users. And we're, let's see, so we are pursuing the ad aspects of our app and platform. So on the horizon is continuing Echo Player, so you can download Echo Player, EKKO, on the Apple iOS store. And we're pursuing bringing it as a premier player, all the things you would expect. Not all the features are there yet, but you'll be able to do all the features you would expect from an audio player. We're establishing strategic relationships with advertisers and publishers. And lastly, we are going to leverage our first to market. So no one else is doing voice casting out there. And our goal is to capitalize on that aspect with the media attention that comes from it. So I think that just about sums it up.
Thanks very much, Eric. Is the content that you're delivering, do you need to have a license or a deal with the publisher that's giving you this, or can your voice caster just go to any website and read it aloud?
So currently, right now, we are using existing content. So on our player, you have to choose from the source. Our goal is to have the strategic partnership with publishers and then to add revenue sharing.
Now, how are you marketing Echo?
So Echo is being marketed through the publisher. So the publisher already has the contacts and touch all of their users. So if we're going to work with a publisher, they will be promoting, it's a partnership with them, so they would promote Echo Player to their constituents. So therefore it reduces our marketing costs.
Is it a mass market? Is it a market to the mass market? Is it a specialty with people? Tell us about who you're marketing this to.
So we feel that the market for Echo is everybody. Everyone during the day can't look at their screen, has something else they want to do, and still continues to want to consume media. So we don't have any targeted markets, and we feel that it's just going to come with people who are interested in this type of media.
And what makes Intelligently Interactive different?
So we have a great team. We've been working on this for 2 years. We're ahead of any competition out there as far as presenting content as well as a robust business model. So it's going to come from our strategic relationships as well as our vision to bring voice casting really as another medium. Yes?
So currently, with Apple's Easy Access APIs, you can use VoiceOver, SpeakScreen, and Siri to tell iPhone not only to control and read the content of web pages, but of any application. So how is what you're doing better than Apple's offering, and why would I use yours to include its advertising?
So there is no consistent control of all of that content. It is not 100% consistent. You can't actually go to one publication and easily go and have a sustained relationship with the content. So you can't just go basically get all the headlines that the Guardian News is presenting and therefore be able to have it read you the articles you're interested in.
Don't you see that getting in-house though? I mean, doesn't this seem like such root level functionality that operating systems are just going to in-house this sort of control? I mean, we're going more and more towards ambient voice control. You know, Q object command style voice control. Can't you just see the macro trend towards native operating systems just taking this off the table?
So it's all timing. So if you want to be the New York Times and just wait for Apple to decide how to control the market, you can wait for Apple to do so. But if you want to get ahead of the curve and enable some sort of monetization of this, yes, we are going to have technology where you can speak to it and use your voice. Our technology is going to evolve with it. Whether it becomes in-house or becomes part of an operating system, still leaves on the table a way of getting users to use it and monetize it.
The New York Times and Fast Company and Forbes and Mashable and all these publications are using spoken layer to get people to be able to listen to their content right now.
But you can't control it. So when you're in your car and you can't put your eyes on the screen and you can't touch it, you don't have access to it. So I mean, over the last 6 years, I've constantly been looking for people who would supplant us. You don't have any opportunity for sustained interaction with extended content. That's not there yet. Yes.
Have you considered other content sources beyond the established media? You know, I'm thinking live streaming is obviously hot now for video, but it could be for voice and potentially independent podcasting. Could you see it as another form of
So the question is other types of besides mainstream media. So our goal is really text to speech. So any content that's text is available. So our goal is to work with bloggers. Any interesting, you should ultimately be able to add your own source, and we should be able to insert ads that you can't skip, and be able to then get the content you want. So it has educational implications, it has proofreading implications, accessibility, so people who are blind or visually disabled, you've got people who just, we're all at some point needing to not look at our screen and want to consume content. So I would say we're open to any content, and that's the thing, you don't have to re-twist your content to fit into our medium. It works because it's already there as text.
Still actually, are you out there, are you in the marketplace looking for a round right now?
So we're looking for angels right now, we're in the seed funding, and we'd be happy to discuss one-on-one with anyone in that direction.
As Eric Weingartner and